booktube. Got a bit of Wednesday mail for you here. A bright sunny day here in Boston. Just lovely. Everything budding out green, birds everywhere. Just lovely. A little bit too cold for my liking, but still. No wind, no rain. So we got 2 packages here. And one is a box, and it's a big box, which ordinarily overjoyed me, but it's very light. It's a very light box. It could be one of those things where the box was just the most convenient thing to hand for the publicist, and they just put a small book in it. But first we'll do, oh my, oh, that is lovely. Okay, this first one is from Amazon Crossing. That is the imprint of Amazon that does their translation work. And, you know, kudos to them right off the bat for even having such a thing. This is The North Face of the Heart by Dolores Redondo. Lovely, lovely thing from Amazon Crossing. This comes out on the 1st of June. Dolores Redondo is one of Spain's most popular and best-selling authors, and has earned many accolades and legions of global fans for her powerful and eloquent literary thrillers. That's what this is. Her Bastan trilogy, comprised of The Invisible Guardian, The Legacy of Bones, and The Offering of the Storm, has sold more than 2.5 million copies in Spanish. Good Lord. And has been translated in more than 35 languages. And was adopted into a film series available worldwide on Amazon. Yikes. Okay, now English language readers will devour Redondo's riveting new thriller, The North Face of the Heart, published on June the 1st. Redondo's choice of settings is unforgettable and chilling. 2005 New Orleans at the time of Hurricane Katrina. Amidst the chaos and disorder that immediately followed the hurricane's path, the story of the search for a serial killer unfolds. In New Orleans and the flooded Louisiana swamplands, her protagonists face evil, superstition, secret powers, and a conspiracy all too similar to those of her isolated home village in western Spain. Okay, great. And who is this author when she's at home? Dolores Redondo is an internationally best-selling author who studied law and the culinary arts before writing the trilogy that I guess everybody has read but me. Twice been nominated for the CWA International Dagger Award and a finalist for the Grand Prix. Redondo was the recipient of the 2016 Premio Planeta, one of Spain's most distinguished literary awards, for the book All This I Will Give to You. Okay. All right. Fantastic. And when did this actually come out? I mean, here it's presented to me. It came out in 2019. That's not that long a wait. And this one has blurbs on the back from Isabel Allende, Steve Berry, and also a critic at the Wall Street Journal. So, fantastic. A literary thriller set far away from the author's own stomping ground. That's interesting in its own right. June the 1st. And then we have the box. And the box is obligatory pause for the siren, so that I'm not screaming over it. And then the box, it's big, but it's light. It could be a little book. Nothing wrong with that. They can't all be huge. There are a couple of huge books that I have my eye on for the upcoming couple of months, but I don't think I'm going to be getting any of them right now. Yeah, see? Okay, yeah, it's a box that is housing a very small thing. Okay. And this is a work of nonfiction, no publicity material. This is by Philip Danieri, and it is The Appalachian Trail, a biography. The finished copy, probably a June release. The Appalachian Trail is America's most beloved trek for millions of hikers setting foot on it every year. Yet few are aware of the fascinating backstory of the dreamers and builders who helped bring it into life over the past century. The conception and building of the Appalachian Trail is a story of the unforgettable characters who explored it, defined it, and captured national attention by hiking it. From Grandma Gatewood, a mother of 11 who thru-hiked in canvas sneakers and a drawstring duffel, to Bill Bryson, of course you will all know this book, author of the best-selling A Walk in the Woods. The AT has seized the American imagination like no other place. The 2,000-mile-long hike from Georgia to Maine is not just a trail through the woods, but a set of ideas about nature etched in the forest floor. Oh, that's good. That's very good. This character-driven biography of the trail is a must-read, not just for ambitious hikers, but for any who wonders about our relationship with the great outdoors and dreams of getting away from urban life for a pilgrimage in the wild. And the author teaches courses in built environment at the University of Michigan and lives in Ann Arbor. Okay, fantastic. Well, I know this subject really well. Uh, Obligatory pause for the siren. Okay, now we go back. I know that this subject really well. I have hiked the Appalachian Trail. I wonder how many of you have. It's also incredibly popular to hike portions of the Appalachian Trail as well, because it really is an experience. You get some questionable characters who the hippie granola type figures that are mainly using it as a reason to get high. And you also have sketchier characters, people that I think live on the Appalachian Trail. They don't just hike it, they live it. The Appalachian Trail runs as a kind of a spinal column through sometimes some very wild areas where if you leave the trail for a couple of days, you will be in the back of beyond. You'll be in the middle of nowhere. Not all of it's like that, but some of it is, and there are all sorts of stories. If you go on the trail, you will encounter those stories right away. Uh, Interesting. Okay. Well, the back is covered in blurbs, and this is probably a June release. So we have two finished copies. I don't know if I'm going to be getting them on mail today, but they both intrigue, and I haven't read either one of them. So we have The North Face of the Heart by Dolores Redondo, a literary thriller set in post-Katrina, in immediate post-Katrina New Orleans, it sounds like, and The Appalachian Trail, a biography. A book about an experience that I bet some of you have had. I bet some of you have hiked the Appalachian Trail, or parts of it. I'd love to hear all about that. Anyway, that's the mail for now. If there's more, you'll be the first to hear about it. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, BookTube.